Hello and welcome to another episode of my Facts and Glitches series, where I showcase some more of what I've learned about GTA 5 in my over 8,000 hours of speedrunning the game and from my awesome viewers. At night, the helipad in La Puerta has the strangest security guard I've ever seen. While he always spawns with a different character model, his responses always differ completely from any other guard in the game.
Bitch! I'm not a real cop. Don't kill me. Hell! You don't want to shoot me. No! Bitch!
For some reason, this guard is programmed to be non-hostile and cowardly. This effect is exclusive to him, even the other guards in the area do not share it.
I got kids, don't kill me, okay? Holy shit!
Man, you ain't...
Normally, even just talking to a guard is enough to get them hostile towards you.
Yo, I'll put you down and get a raise. Hey, fight, motherfucker! Total balls! What's cracking, homie?
Don't fucking bother me, asshole. Mind your business or crawl back into whatever shithole you live in.
And people say I'm a disgrace to society?
When two main characters are brought together, the character you are not controlling will get out of their vehicle in order to offer you a chance to hang out.
Hey, Mike, you stalking me or what? Should we get a drink?
This is normally a perfectly fine interaction, but things change when both characters are in flying vehicles.
Hey, T, you want to do something? I'm bored. Start, you turd. Come on. Ah!
How you know where I am? Is there a tracker under my skin? I said stop following me, cowboy.
There is one particular shop in Los Santos that doesn't show explosions correctly when you are standing outside. I will use this store to show how things are meant to look, followed by the broken store near Michael's house.
Huh?
Once you are inside, the explosions will look like normal. At the end of the game, you are given a choice to either kill your friend Trevor, kill Michael who is both your friend and mentor, or kill all the enemies that annoyed you throughout the game. If this is a difficult choice for you, it is actually possible to delay it. While normally you'd be stuck unable to move with your phone in hand until you made a choice, if instead you go into GTA Online and then leave it, you will spawn back into the game as Michael instead of Franklin. This frees you to then call Franklin for a hangout.
Franklin, hey kid, let's do something.
Alright, man, let's do it.
Cool, I'm heading over now.
Switching now to Franklin, you can select to kill Michael, which frees you to move, but the phone call that would normally start the choice is unable to go through because of the hangout. You can now freely move anywhere, but your phone will constantly pop up demanding you make a choice. You can even enter other missions.
Okay, you know Redwood cigarettes?
Sure, the cigarette that built America.
They've rigged a jury to throw a class action lawsuit that would cover the treatment costs of thousands of emphysema sufferers. There are 4 corrupt jurors on Redwood's books. I'll send you the details.
There is sadly no escape though. Eventually you do have to make a choice and continue the game as intended.
Hey kid, how you doing?
Shit, not too good, dawg. Look, man, we need to talk, but somewhere quiet.
Alright.
There is a blue yoga ball like the one in Michael's house that appears at Floyd's house. Unfortunately, it only appears when the house is clean, so just after Trevor arrives, or towards the end of the game after Trevor is exiled from Los Santos, which gives Floyd time to clean. Of course, after Floyd dies, his house isn't accessible even if the ball is actually in there. Even if you find yourself at one of the rare points in the game that the ball will appear, it will simply vanish from existence the second you try to push it out the door. Large vehicles are unable to be put inside player-owned garages because they don't fit, but the Benson is a vehicle that arguably shouldn't have been let in, as it barely fits to the point where it becomes deformed. On the mission surveying the score, the gang seeks to scope out a bank and some security vans. If you don't want to do this yourself, it is possible to have the game pilot your character for you. First, switch to Trevor, then dive out of your car, switch to Michael, hit Trevor with your car, and then switch back to Trevor. You will now have no ability to influence your character, the game will simply drive you to the waypoint and then give you back control. I recognize that there is no way for me to prove that I'm not just controlling the character, but I think after 900 facts and glitches you'd trust me by now. It is possible for you to do autopilot for Michael as well, but his drive is far shorter as it just takes you to the bank.
So, you're going to his airfield in Blaine County and coming back in his chopper to intercept. Michael Franklin, all you gotta do is take the temperature at the bank.
That doesn't look like much.
Man, security looks light. We send in a couple of sprung niggas, clap, clap.
The NPCs that spawn in front of the Life-Invader building seem to believe that it is open and accessible, and therefore will attempt to run through it when they get spooked.
Crap!
The Mission Monkey business has Trevor, Franklin, and Michael meet at a pier before breaking into a facility. Using Trevor or Franklin, it is possible to trigger the mission while under this pier for interesting results.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, man.
I was wondering, have you heard from your family?
What's going on, ladies?
Hello, Trevor. What kept you?
Business, Michael, business. All right? I'm the CEO of a...
Despite the graphical issues, the cutscene will play as normal, although Franklin will be missing regardless of who you started with. The color eventually does come back, and the boat the characters are meant to get into seems to be invisible.
And you, get in. You're driving.
Go down the coast. The facility's a few clicks south of us.
At this location, it is possible to clip out of bounds into one of the online apartments, the same apartment I showed in a previous episode, but this one is found in a completely different location. There's even a person on the toilet just like last time.
Hey, dude.
What's up?
It seems as though there are two versions of this apartment, effectively identical, one existing where it should be in the world, while the other exists below the map. I can only speculate on why this is.
Aye.
In a previous episode, I mentioned how passengers look angry whenever you go over 72 kilometers per hour. It turns out that the character you control does this as well, but normally you wouldn't notice. During the mission friend request, Michael goes to a store in order to get some clothes so that he can blend in at the Life-Invader building. He takes some time to have a conversation with the shopping assistant there, and after the mission is over, the next 5 times Michael enters the store, it will continue their conversation.
Excuse me. I got this interview at this tech company. I'm thinking I need something, I don't know, geeky, youthful.
Lost your job and the world's moved on, huh? That's too bad.
I didn't lose my job.
Of course. Got too old, got outsourced. Same thing happened to my dad. Now you gotta fit in with a different generation. What about a vest and some cargo shorts? How did the interview go?
What? Oh, yeah. That didn't work out so good. I don't think my air guitar was good enough.
It must be awful having to beg for an entry-level job at your age. I'd say you could get a job here, but they literally don't employ anyone over 25, and nobody overweight. It makes me so sad and depressed for my own future. Do you have kids?
I got a son and a daughter. Not that much younger than you.
It's them it's the hardest on. Our generation was promised so much.
Right.
Don't tell me you have another interview. What is it this time, receptionist at an online marketing company? I'm not saying you shouldn't take advantage of age diversity quotas, but it's so tragic. Feeling like the parents are arriving to break up a party every time you walk in a room.
Hey, I'm not that old.
That's it. Head held high. I look at you and my dad and I see men stripped of their dignity, emasculated husks of their former selves.
Well, at least he's got you to keep his spirits up.
Look, are you sure you can afford this? I just don't know whether dressing like a man half your age is the right way to compete with a man half your age.
You know, for a girl working as a store assistant, you've got a lot to say about my career path.
Oh, this is just temporary until, the recession goes away. I've got my whole life ahead of me. As soon as my comp lit degree starts to gain currency in the marketplace or my blog picks up traffic, I'm out of here. Okay, what is it this time?
What, I can't shop in here?
I've noticed that older men with a full head of hair are particularly prone to dressing age inappropriately.
You know, for a sales assistant, you really are terrible at selling.
We're trained to be snooty and scathing. It's part of the suburban vibe.
Well, aren't you just too cool for school?
I'm too cool for school, but you'd get arrested at school for being an old pervert.
Wow. You know something? You'd be BFFs with my daughter.
Wow. How many times have you been in now? Look, are you really here for the clothes? If you've developed some creepy obsession for me, I'd like to know now rather than drag this charade out any longer.
No. Sorry, sweetheart. Don't flatter yourself.
Because that's never going to happen in a million lifetimes. Do you understand?
Hey, okay. I think you made your point.
So long as we're on the same page.
From this point on, the conversations will always be just generic, the same stuff that Franklin and Trevor will also hear.
Why does someone always come in just when I'm about to take a break?
And so that ends the episode. Thank you for watching. If you think you have anything that might be worth putting in this series, feel free to add it to my Discord. I hope you're all doing well.